Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing the Team Rocket research, and this is actually the easiest research that we've ever had. It's easier than the Jumpstart research, so we will be jumping into it as we always do. And I did completed it almost immediately. So basically, Professor Willow introduces you to Team Rocket, who has been taking over Pokestops. So the first couple of quests we have is evolve 2 Pokemon and power up a Pokemon 5 times. Now for the evolving the Pokemon, if you're low on candy and you want to evolve any sort of Pokemon, do a Pokemon with 12 candy, like a Pidgey if you have it. Super easy, so you shouldn't have a problem. I'm personally evolving my Charmander, my Shadow Charmander, because I wanted a Shadow Charizard, so I am going to be evolving it into a Charmander, into a Charmeleon I should say, and then into a Charizard. So we have that. And then we just need to evolve one more Pokemon, so it does take 100 candy. So if you are low on candy, I understand not evolving the Shadow Pokemon. It doesn't have to be a Shadow Pokemon, it can be any Pokemon. That's why I recommended the Pidgey. And how awesome do the Shadow Pokemon look, guys? Especially Charizard. Looks so sick with those red eyes. I love it. Look how crazy that looks. So we got a Shadow Charizard in the bag, and we completed that quest. So super easy. And then for power up a Pokemon 5 times, you could do a level 1 Pokemon, a CP10 Pokemon, and that would be super cheap. Or you could do what I did, is power up a Pokemon that you were planning on powering up anyway. Like my Frostlass, I did want to go ahead and use it for the Twilight Cup, so that's why I'm going and powering my shiny one up. Regardless, it is a little bit more Stardust, but it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, do one that you want to power up, or do one at a low level, and then you'll be able to claim the rewards, which the first one is going to be a miracle, so a little bit disappointing there. I had no idea what these rewards were going to be. I didn't look online, I didn't do any of that. I was actually expecting Team Rocket Pokemon, but unfortunately, not so much. So we got a miracle, and we're going to catch that, and then we're going to claim the next Pokemon, which is going to be a Sableye. Now these do have shiny options, but out of special research, I'm not too sure if you can get it as a shiny, because we did have that guaranteed shiny Eevee out of the Jumpstart research, so chances are they can't be shiny. But either way, I guess we might as well collect them. And then we have some Stardust, 1,000 Stardust actually, and experience, 1,000 experience. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. So that is part 1, and we actually only have 4 parts compared to what is it, usually 8 for like the mythical Pokemon. Jirachi should be coming soon, by the way. And yeah, basically Professor Willow introduces you to the Shadow Pokemon and other Pokemon. So now we have to catch 2 Shadow Pokemon and defeat 3 Team Go Rocket Grunts. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a battle. Now guys, don't make the mistake that I made. I actually went ahead and used Great League Pokemon because I had a Great League team ready to go. So that was a big mistake. I thought you could only use Great League Pokemon against their Master League Pokemon. But no, you can actually use any Pokemon you want. So make sure if you're a high enough level that you have Master League Pokemon ready to go. If not, then make sure you have Ultra League Pokemon at the least. But you don't want to go in with Great League Pokemon because they were super tough for me, especially when you battle the Pokemon like Blastoise or Charizard. They're going to be really tough. I was able to beat them anyway, but they're still really tough. I'm like, wow, these Team Rocket Grunts are really difficult. And I was actually not able to beat Snorlax because I was only using Great League Pokemon. So definitely a mistake on my end, as you could use your Master League Pokemon. But yeah, we have the Blastoise right here. Again, this is my Great League Venusaur, so it's going to be taking a decent amount of damage, but we're still going to be able to win. That actually didn't do a lot to that Blastoise, but that's okay. Yeah, it's set up in a PvP style battle, which I personally love. I really dig it. I really think it looks epic. But we're gonna go ahead and defeat that Blastoise. So we defeated Team Rocket once, and we're also going to have an option of catching a Shadow Pokemon. Now I did speed this part up a little bit, these battles, but not too much. I probably should have sped it up a little bit more since you don't really want to sit through multiple battles. So I do apologize for that. But either way, I gave it a pine up, and we threw a Premier Ball. It is in a similar fashion. 2 raids, you have Premier Balls to catch them, and we catch the Shadow Charizard on the first time. So we caught 1, and we defeated 1 Rocket Grunt. So that's not bad. And actually a pretty good Squirtle, so I'll take it. So we're going to jump into another battle with another Team Rocket Grunt, this time using her Charmander. And yeah, you just have to beat them again. Just using Great League Pokemon. You should use your Master League Pokemon or your the strongest Pokemon you have, because they use their strong Pokemon. But again, I didn't know, so that's why I didn't. And I'm going to actually pull the switch because I want as many Premier Balls afterwards as possible. So I don't want my Pokemon to faint, because if you lose a Pokemon, you basically lose a Premier Ball, right? So I'm trying to keep my Pokemon alive, which is a pretty good strategy. I mean, obviously, you'll be using stronger Pokemon, so they'll be able to take more hits, but they could still faint depending on what Pokemon you go up against. So the final Pokemon for this grunt is going to be a Charmeleon. So we'll hit it with our Outrage, and we'll be able to knock out Charmeleon and take that win. So that is 2 Team Rocket grunts down, and we have 1 more to go. So yeah, I do apologize for showing you all 3 battles, but I wanted to make it exactly as is and all the challenges and show you that it is easy to do. So this is the second Shadow Pokemon that we have to do, and then we'll be able to complete the quest. I did decide to give it a Golden Raz, yeah, so this should snag Shadow Charmander for us, as it does. So we do go ahead and catch Shadow Charmander. So we completed that quest, so that's pretty good. Let's check the IVs for this one. Actually, another decent one. And if you do purify it, it does gain +2 IVs in every stat, so that's why I'm saying it's pretty decent. But now we're actually going up against Shadow Rattata, so a different one. That's another reason I wanted to show all 3 battles, because they were all different Shadow Pokemon, you know, that you had the option of catching, or at least that I did. You know, I've done quite a bit more, you know, after the fact, and I got a bunch of Charmanders, Squirtles, and, you know, the Zubat especially afterwards, but we're able to defeat that War Turtle, and the final Pokemon is going to be Swampert, so we hit it with a Leaf Blade, not a Leaf Blade, a Leaf Tornado, right? Actually, it is Leaf Blade, but again, these are Great League Pokemon, I've mentioned that 3 times already, so they're not doing as much damage as they should, but we're still able to knock it out because it is double weak. That Swampert is double weak to Razor Leaf, so we do go ahead and knock it out, and that is the final Team Rocket grunt that we do go ahead and defeat. So that is really good. I'm also rocking my Team Rocket outfit just to celebrate the occasion. So let's see, we're going to pick up more rewards, more wild encounters. Now here are the Team Rocket Pokemon. We have an Ekans, which can be shiny, by the way. I don't know if it can be shiny out of the special research, but it can be shiny in general. So we do have Ekans for the first Pokemon that we're going to go ahead and snag right now. It probably can't be shiny out of the special research, but if it is, definitely let me know in the comments down below, or if it can. But we do go ahead and catch that Ekans, and then the next Pokemon is going to be, you guessed it, it's going to be that Coffin, because Jesse and James from the anime use Coffin, and you guys know that. So we're going to go ahead and also be able to catch this Coffin. Not really difficult at all. In fact, it's not difficult at all. So, bam, down goes that Coffin. And yeah, so we'll see what else we've got going for us. We have to just pick up our rewards, which is going to be more starters, so that's always nice. 2,000 starters actually, 5 golden Raz to help you catch the Shadow Pokemon and experience. So again, it's really nice for new players, or especially new players. This is actually really good for newer players compared to the older players. I mean, the Stardust for older players is always going to be nice. Experience, golden raspberries, not so much, but I mean, we could always use them, right? We can always use them. Then I believe he's telling us about purification and how we can make the Pokemon healthy. So we're definitely going to be able to do that. Yeah, purify 3 Shadow Pokemon, and then you have to purify a Fire, Water, or Grass type. Now I thought it said and Grass type, so I was thinking Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, but no, it's actually purify one of them. So you have to purify one of the starters as well as 3 total. So you could purify, let's say, a Charmander plus 2 Rattata, or a Rattata and a Zubat, and you'll get both challenges unlocked. So as you can see, we purified a Rattata. Now we're going to purify a Water type, which is going to be that Squirtle, and that's going to count towards the purify of Fire, Water, or Grass, and it's going to count towards purifying 3 Pokemon. So that's definitely good, and a little bit of a technique for you. Of course, you'll want to purify more Pokemon to get more Premierballs as you unlock the badges. I might make another Shadow Pokemon video to discuss that. But yeah, we do go ahead and purify our last Pokemon, which will be a Charmander, and we'll go ahead and claim those rewards. More Stardust, definitely useful. And by the way, you want to purify the starter Pokemon like Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, or Rattata, or the first stage Pokemon outside of Dratini, because they're 2,000 Stardust to purify. Dratini's 10,000, and like Charmeleon War Turtle, Ivysaur, those are 5,000. So you want to do it the cheapest way possible, right? At least that was my thought process. So that's what I did. So now Professor Willow is basically thanking you and telling you about Team Rocket. So Team Rocket is all over the place at these Pokestops, and you definitely have to go ahead, defeat them, catch many shadow Pokemon as possible, and purify as many Pokemon as possible. So we do go ahead and pick up rewards, Stardust, experience, and then for completing the special research, we have a charge team, a fast team, and 3 rare candy. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this special research and this video. I will see you in the next one, guys. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.